Today we'll be taking the ACT. What seems to be the problem, Shannon?
I just don't understand how these tests came about. Like, what's the purpose of them?
Standardized tests came about in the 1800s, but it became more popular in the 20th century when college entrance exams became mandatory. The College Entrance Examination Board made these tests when they were established in 1901. Standardized tests aren't exclusive to schools either. In the mid-19th century, standardized tests were given to immigrants to assess their social roles, powers, and status.
Wow, that's so long ago. Well, we're taking the ACT. When was that created?
Everett linguists made the ACT in 1959, and we still use it today, just a more modernized version every year.
Why do we still use these tests today?
There are now laws in place for standardized testing. The Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965 requires standardized testing in public schools. And then, in 2001, the No Child Left Behind Act tied public school funding to children's test scores. That's why there's so much emphasis on them today.
What even is a standardized test?
It is a test that acquires the same questions and variety of similar questions for every student taking the test to make it possible to compare the relative performance of an individual student and a group of students. Students aren't the only ones being tested here. These tests also reflect the teacher's ability to effectively deliver the curriculum. Teachers are given a set of learning standards, which are standards students are expected to master by the end of the year. If test scores fall below proficient, this means the teacher has not effectively taught these learning standards.
Interesting. What else are these tests used to measure?
Test administrators use these to determine academic gaps among different students. For example, administrators will look at the test results of a low-income student and compare them to a student that's more succeeding so we can tell if they're doing well or not. This is why most standardized tests ask you questions about gender, race, and average academic achievement.
So, what should I expect on this test?
Well, you should expect multiple choice, true or false, short answer, and open-ended essay questions.
How are these tests scored?
The multiple choice and true and false questions are scored by a computer that can read a Scantron. The short answer and open-ended questions are scored by humans using a standardized rubric.
So, obviously we're taking the ACT today, as you said. But what other standardized tests are out there, and what do they do?
Achievement tests are used to measure how much a student has learned, whereas aptitude tests predict how this child will do in a future educational career setting. College admission tests such as, well, the ACT and the SAT are used to determine acceptance to universities you apply to. There are also international comparisons tests such as the PISA, PIRLS, and the TIMSS. Those are used for comparing educational performances across different countries. And then there's the psychological tests like the IQ test.
Okay, Ms. Perkins. Now that's great and all, but have you ever thought about how the students feel taking these high-stakes standardized tests?
Well, no. These tests are so emphasized for teachers, I haven't really given a thought to it. Would you like to inform me how they make you feel?
Well, personally, they give me a lot of anxiety, and I know that's a trend across this school and many others across the country. I also feel that my education is being compromised because my teachers tend to teach the test and focus so much on them that I'm not being provided with a rich and broad education.
Well, they cause me a lot of stress too, Shannon, because I could potentially lose my job if you guys don't do well on this high-stake test.
I see where you're coming from too, and I understand the importance of these tests. I just wanted you to see our point of view before taking this test today.
I really respect that, Shannon. I appreciate all of the insightful questions you've asked me this morning.
I'm glad I have a teacher that listens and wants to hear my side of these controversial topics.
Anytime. Now, class, take out your number 2 lead pencils, and if you don't have one, come to the front and I can provide you with one.
Can I use my pen?
Actually, all standardized tests require number 2 lead pencil. If you do not use that type of pencil, the Scantron will not be able to read your answers, and you and I both know we don't want that. So come up and grab a pencil from the basket.
Well, thank you for the information.
That's what I'm here for. Now, class, please take your seats and open to page 1 of your test and begin. You will have 2 hours and 55 minutes to complete this ACT with no essay.